You've definitely disqualified yourself from a large portion of the same very men that you want to attract.
That's really rude. And I don't agree with you.
Yeah, there's different type of men.
I don't agree with you at all.
Okay, and that's fine.
I don't.
Tell me why. Sure.
Why? Because there's a lot of men that have gone through enough in their lifetime to understand what it takes to have to pull yourself out of a 6-foot deep hole. So once you figure out how to do that and you do it well and people see your growth, I don't think there's anything wrong with having what you want. Like, honestly, I just don't understand like what your point is compared to like the other.
I'll make it simple. I asked you earlier, would you take a man with no ambition? What'd you say?
I said no.
Okay. Now ask me, do I want to take a woman that has passed?
Okay, but that's not the same.
That's not the same. Okay, can you
Hold on.
Because
Stop. How's it not the same?
It's not the same because a man with ambition has to have some kind of past. Right? And a woman with no ambition has to have some kind of past. So if your past don't match and your ambition doesn't match, then you're not going to be compatible. But if you have similar pasts and similar ambitions, y'all can fuck some shit up, right?
No. And that's the narrative that set so many women astray. A woman's past absolutely matters.
Maybe in your experience.
No, it's not my experience. This is how men think. Let me ask you a question. How many men have you had sex with? Exactly. That proves my point. You don't have to say a word. Your response just now, hold on, let me finish. I'm going to explain to you what I meant by that. You don't have to answer that question. But when I asked you that question, you kind of were like, fuck this dude. Why are you asking me that? Correct? It was rude, right? It was rude for me to ask you that, correct?
I'm waiting to hear your point.
Just answer the question. Was it rude when I asked you that?
Yes.
Okay. And it is. Why?
I would never ask you how many women you've slept with.
I will.
Sure.
Like, what's your point of that?
No,
like,
but
I want to know your your intention.
Did you feel
because
uncomfortable?
everything you do in life, you should have an intention, and if it's not pure, I don't want it.
I'm getting there.
Okay, but your intentions right now are not pure.
Okay.
So what the fuck do you want to know from me? I'm just wondering.
Please don't be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Okay, I'm being very respectful with you.
Asking.
I'm just trying to prove a point here. You felt disrespected and uncomfortable when I asked that question, right?
I mean, kind of, not really.
Okay.
Like, I have an answer for you, but don't answer it.
Don't answer it.
I don't need to.
Don't answer it.
I don't need to.
I simply asked you the question to see how you would respond. You responded negatively, which is natural because it is rude for a man to ask a woman about her past.
I would never ask that about
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Stake a pole, life coach.
Correct.
Peel the layer back. Why is that rude to ask a woman about her past? Because women know deep down their sexual history matters. A woman isn't going to go around and say, I had sex with 100 guys openly. Well, most won't exactly. Why? Because women know the more bodies they got.
Who does it matter to? A man. It matters to a man.
And who?
Okay.
Who's the one that gives out rings?
But does it matter?
Who gives out rings?
You're right. But
exactly.
Okay. So you're saying we need to censor our life.
You don't have to censor anything. I'm saying that if you have a past and a man finds out, it's going to diminish your ability to get a man to take you seriously. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
So find a man that doesn't know about my past is your point.
Fantastic. Sure, if you want. If you want. But it doesn't change the fact that men have a very big stake in his girl's past and how many dudes she has sex with. This is why if I ask a girl, what's your body count? She ain't gonna tell me. She's like, what the fuck? Or she's gonna lie. Because you know
what
deep
if
down.
A girl asks you your body count.
It doesn't matter because
you're never gonna say it.
I'll say it.
We said it on air many times.
We said on air many times. It doesn't matter because
it matters right now.
What matters right now?
I'm trying to make a point right now.
You're not.
No girl is gonna look at me and be like, I'm not gonna marry him because he had sex with 270 women. They're not gonna do that. They don't care. That's not going to limit my ability to find a woman.
Well,
but if you go and you say I had sex with 270 men, no one's going to marry you. No one's going to marry you.
It's true. You gotta think of your hole as sacred. Like you can't dig out your hole and think somebody gonna want to respect you after digging out your hole. Like it's just not gonna happen. Like men just don't, like, unconsciously, just like you said, even though we do these deeds in the back of our little minds, you like, damn, was it worth it?
And I feel like something though, men.
Hold on, no,
men
let her finish, bro.
Let her finish.
And I feel like
Merch.
Merch.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I feel like when that happens with us, we hear that voice in the back of our head when we do certain promiscuous deeds. And I feel like that's why women don't take accountability, because they cannot just take that L. They won't take that L because you felt like you gave that person your pussy and you didn't get nothing from it. So it's like you kind of try to fight for it in a sense, but you in the back of our mind, we know we're not supposed to really just be open with our sexuality like that. It's a sacred thing. Like, I think of it as drilling a hole in the wall. Like, if you keep drilling a hole in the hole is gonna get spoiled.
But why do you think that? Because men are able to put how many notches in their belt and be just
like a
fine.
drill gun. You could put how many holes in the wall.
Which is my point. How are men able to?
Because we live by
so many
set of rules.
So this is some bigotry.
Well, honestly speaking,
bigotry.
Think about it,
No,
right?
but-
She's just saying men and women are different. Men have the insertion, women have the hole.
Right.
She's saying the drill is the men.
But why are women looked at as sluts for
It's how the world works.
That's just
We don't
how
make
it
the rules.
is.
So you're just saying those are the
right.
rules, and we're saying that like we can't change it, or we can make normalities out of the
If you-
society
okay, you-
today in 2022. Is that what you're
If-
telling me?
If
I'm
you
asking.
Listen, if you change it, you see what's going on in the world right now. The scales are
Yes.
tipping.
Absolutely,
Everything is
which
out of
my-
balance due to the fact of certain things like that. You think we could do the same thing as men, but in reality, we cannot.
Yes, we can.
No, we cannot. That's a false reality.
and
A lot of people are not happy nowadays.
nobody's
A lot-
happy.
That's what I'm saying, because the
Selena's a
scales are
multimillionaire. She just told y'all I did not
Right,
get
she just
satisfaction
said
from
that.
being rich.
She doesn't.
She literally
Okay, and
just
that's
told
my
you that.
whole point. Is that
Men don't make
But that's what I'm saying. The scales are tipping because you think you could do the same thing as a man. You think you don't need a nigga for shit. Y'all think y'all could do all these things that men care about, money and all these things. Y'all want to be the provider. Y'all want to be this.
what
y'all
you
want to be
mean,
that.
y'all? Because I'm not.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about the general public. I'm not even talking about you. But I'm just letting you know, like, we're not superwoman. Y'all think y'all superwoman when you want to do these things, but really and truly, we do get tired.
Yeah,
Like, we don't want to be. We want to have a Superman. We don't want to be superwoman.
But who want to be that Superman? I feel like ain't no man is trying to fucking step up.
But
They
it's
all
so
stepping
wait.
down and letting these women step up and letting them kick fucking ass.
Don't get me wrong.
Like,
Here, let me answer that. Here's the thing. Why should I be your Superman when you haven't made yourself worthy of being with a
haven't I
Superman?
made myself worthy?
I need you to get out your feelings.
I'm not
and not
in my
make it.
feelings.
Yeah, no, you are.
No, I'm
Because
just
everything
saying,
I'm saying,
how do people in general-
stop. Everything that I'm saying does not pertain to you. It talks about generalities.
First.
You're taking everything I'm saying and putting it back on you. It's in general. This is for all women, not just you at the table. You can make your argument, but you keep saying, but I'm not like that.